Family, it is time for Wednesday's Why. Today, y'all, let's talk about compassion. My name is Tara Thomas. I'm an independent paparazzi consultant. And I started Wednesday's Why because we were encouraged to discuss our why for this business. And it kind of expanded for me to Wednesday's Why, which is not just about the jewelry business, but just about life in general and my experiences from the week before. Over the weekend, I had a huge weekend with TSU's homecoming. So if you guys paid attention, I talked a lot about TSU homecoming in my lives last week. And I also got to spend the weekend in San Antonio, Texas, which was my first trip to that city with my line sisters, with some of them. It wasn't all of us. We had about half of my line. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And yeah, I'm rocking this pink today because it's Pink Wednesday for DTS. But spent a lot of time this weekend reflecting on compassion, y'all. And why is it important to have compassion for others and why you need compassion as an individual. A few Wednesdays ago, I talked a lot about emotional health, setting boundaries to protect your emotional health. But in the process, and I was discussing this with a few of my line sisters, you got to have a balance. You got to have a balance of protecting self and making sure you're mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy. But you also have to have a lot of compassion built up, stored up, ready to share with others that you encounter, because just like you need it, other people need it from you. And so the last few days have been a lot of thoughts around how do you maintain that balance while still being authentic yourself and maintaining self-preservation. But how do you extend grace and kindness and compassion to others that you may not see eye to eye with? You may not understand their thought process, or you may not even believe in the same things that they believe in. But how do you not succumb to what you don't believe in, but extend that compassion and thoughtfulness to that person and the respect for what they believe in? I don't know the answer, y'all. I just know that sometimes you do have to draw a hard line in the sand and say, no, I will not support what you're saying. And no, I don't want to hear what you have to offer. And no, I'm not going to be a part of what you're proposing. Sometimes you definitely have to draw those lines. But there are other times where when your health, your well-being is not at stake, that maybe you can just turn the other cheek or look the other way, or not create conflict. It's a thought, y'all. It's a thought. And the older I get, the more I find myself having to participate in deep thinking about topics like this. If you have ideas about how you handle grace and how do you extend compassion to others, when maybe you don't necessarily agree, share them in the comments. I would love to read your feedback. On last week's Wednesday Why, I didn't have a lot of comments, but I did get a few direct messages. So that's okay too if you rather direct message me your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you have to share. But this is also just a thought provoking question for you. Maybe you don't want to comment, and that's fine. But I hope you do think about, how do I maintain that balance but still be compassionate to those that I care about, and maybe those that I don't even know. Compassion is not limited to just family and friends. We extend compassion and grace to strangers. So just another Wednesday Why, another Wednesday thought, another Wednesday takeaway. I hope you guys have had a great first week of November. It is cold in Tennessee. The weather is quickly changing. TLC's Body Bling has a big weekend. This weekend we got First Friday on Friday down in Columbia on the Square. And then on Sunday we'll be at the Nashville Fairgrounds for a bridal expo. So, and it's going to be cold. The bridal expo is indoors though, which is great. But First Fridays is outdoors. So y'all may see me live on Friday with gloves and a hat and a coat on versus what you've typically seen. Because last November it was still really warm here, but it is cold in Tennessee this week. So again, I hope everyone has had a fabulous start to the week. I hope that your week ends even better. And I hope you think about compassion and what do you require when people extend compassion to you, and how do you extend compassion to others. So again, have a great week, everybody. I will see you tonight for my live show.